morning, welcome to my channel, Fat to Keto. My friends call me Jelly, and I've used a ketogenic journey to lose 205 pounds, almost 206, but not quite there yet. So, it is day 15 of the 30-day pre-holiday keto weight loss challenge. Check the ladies down below's links. They are also participating in this challenge. At least for me on the challenge, it is to stay below 20 total carbs. I've done amazing every day, except yesterday, which you'll see, which is not a big deal. Also, it is to work out every single day, try to get 10,000 plus steps in a day, plus an hour workout on top of that. And I'm challenging myself to try not to take ibuprofen, even though I need it desperately for headaches and pain, but it kicks me out of ketosis and causes water weight gain every time. And I had to take one yesterday morning. So let's look at this morning's glucose readings and yesterday's activity levels and carb manager and all that stuff. 0.5 ketones. Glucose 88. Let's try to go over my numbers from yesterday. So we know this is wrong. I did get more than 7,000 steps. This is from my Samsung watch. I didn't notice until after I had walked over a mile yesterday that my Fitbit had died. So I put the Samsung watch on. I think it died during the night. So for sure I got over 10,000 steps yesterday, but this did not go on until halfway through the day. So, we know during the evening for my long walk I took that I'm making myself exercise every day that I got at least 7,000 and something. So, 3.18 miles. But I know for sure I walked a mile or more before I even stuck this baby on. So, but we're going with it, right? Because it's all I have. I did go over in total carbs by 1 yesterday. I don't usually eat this many, but I got snacky yesterday, and I had a bag of those ranch whisks, which also has maltodextrin. So when you see my weight today, it's either from the ibuprofen or the whisks together, and it's okay, no big deal. So this is my weight. I went up 0.4 on the scale. I knew I was going up because of the Motrin. It's also why I allowed myself to have the wisp. So no big deal. We'll get this back down in a day or so. It's just water. GKI 9.7. This is because I took ibuprofen yesterday. I get kicked out of ketosis when I take ibuprofen. Now, if I had done an hour and 30 minutes before bed, a big workout yesterday, then this would not be an issue. But I actually got really nauseous from my dinner. From those pork chops, I ended up getting really sick, so I gave all the rest to my parents, and I'm just staying away from pork chops for a while. They caused me to have a slight allergic reaction, and I'm not sure why. It lasted about 2 hours. And that could have made me go up, and it could have kicked me on top of the whole ibuprofen thing. So, yesterday turned out to be a bad day after eating. Like I said, I'm staying away from pork chops. And last but not least, my sleep. I got better sleep because 50 minutes of it, so we'll take this 50 out. It means I got 7 hours of sleep last night, and we're going to go with it. As you can see, I wake up. All these tiny little lines across the top is how many times I wake up. Yep, welcome to my world. And I live in light sleep, and I hit deep sleep just a couple of times. So this one, I woke up and went pee at 7 a.m. and should have just stayed up. But then I went back to sleep because I hadn't slept that long and woke up at 9 a.m. So I am in bed way before this time right here. I go to bed about 8 p.m. but it takes me forever and it doesn't register through this time and I don't get why. But I'm not sound asleep at all. I'm tossing, I'm turning, I'm trying to get comfortable, and maybe that's why none of this registers. So I don't know, but this is my sleep, which was not bad, and I feel fine this morning. No headaches, no need for ibuprofen. Yes, I was kicked. Yes, I went up 0.4 on the scale. It is also that time of the month as well, which can kick me. So I had multiple things working against me yesterday. The ibuprofen, the pain, the stomach issue, eating the stupid ranch whisk that has maltodextrin in it, also trying that heavy cream, and only getting a small walk in yesterday. I think I got a total of 10,000 steps though. Like I said, I didn't know until close to the end of the day that this was not working. So when I put this one on, I got the other almost 8,000 steps. It is charged now, I'm working, and yes, I have both on today. This one I just put on because I was going to go walking and I didn't want to carry my phone with me, and it is a phone. That way I don't have to always lug this thing around, and I didn't put on leggings that have a pocket. These ones have no pocket. I am in love with the ones with the pockets, to be truthful. So it is no big deal that I went up. I am just glad it was only 0.4. Plus, this girl really needs to go to the bathroom and haven't. So on a keto journey, you will find you don't go to the bathroom often, but occasionally you might have issues going. I've been eating a lot of coconut flour, and it causes me some issues. And eggs do too. And I've been having like 1.5 tablespoons of coconut flour and 3 eggs a day, which both can cause me some issues. It will move along with sooner or later. I won't have to do anything other than maybe take some of that Soleil water. 1 tablespoon of that Soleil water, and within like 15 minutes, I am rushing to the bathroom. So if the problem continues, I can just go do that. But it also makes me very nauseous. Does it make anyone else nauseous? Like, I almost throw up, comes up, and I have to hold it in. I know, gross. But it happens every time I take it. Every time. So I'm really happy about my numbers. I think I'm doing really good being day 15. So since it is day 15, that means we need to see how much weight I have lost for the month so far. Well, day 1, which I did not put on the playlist or list it because it was when my internet went bad and it had a million days in there with it, and it gets a little confusing. So day 1, which was also day 2, was still the same weight, was 168.8. And we're going by yesterday's number, which was 163.0. Because we know that little 4 is water weight. So that would mean I have lost 5.5 pounds. Well, 5.8 if I do go by yesterday's number, and 5.4 if I go by today. So that is not that bad in 2 weeks, especially since I've been on keto for over 3 years. It was 3 years in September. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, you don't know that I had the second year at the end, the last almost 6 months, and the first 6 months of year 3. I was stalled for almost the whole year, and I found out it was the ibuprofen kicking me, causing me tons of water weight, causing me not to be able to go down, because a calorie deficit does not make me lose weight. So I'm eating more calories than I was for that year, but I couldn't lose weight because my blood sugars are too high. My ketones did not exist because of this stupid little ibuprofen. Not the over-counter kind, so don't get me wrong. It's 2,400 milligrams a day or more. Some days it was 3,000 something milligrams or more. So, and no, there's no other I can take. I'm allergic to everything. Yay me, right? So once I figured it out, I think it was around March or April this year, I figured it out, and I've been able to lose weight like crazy, except September and October. I've had to take a lot of ibuprofen during those 2 months. So 1 month I lost 2 pounds, 1 month I lost 1, but I was happy for any kind of weight loss and any kind of not, like, I was kicked for so long too. Ibuprofen also tears my stomach to pieces and caused me stomach issues and caused me not to be able to eat most food because it makes me sick on top of it. So, even though I got sick from the pork chops yesterday, my stomach was already about to get sick and have horrible heartburn because of the stupid ibuprofen. It happens every night when I take ibuprofen. It drives me crazy. So I'm really proud of how much weight I've lost, and I really lost it within 2 years, not 3, because that 1 year was completely a stall. And I even, you know, went up quite a few times during that 1 year. I would go up 20 pounds, drop it right back off, 15 pounds, drop it right back off. It was like a teeter-totter of the same 20 pounds for a year, and it drove me crazy, not knowing why. And yes, I need to know why my body is doing something. I am that type of person. I am a researcher. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I like to analyze stuff. I am into science. I cannot take it just on face value as your body's just going to do what it's going to do. If I did that, I would have never found out it was the ibuprofen. I would have just thought that I'm at a set weight that I can't get past. That's what I thought the whole time. That my body wanted to be 198 and I was never going to get past it, because every time I hit 191, it would shoot back up to 198, like almost overnight, over and over again. And I had done a lot of research and people talked about set weight, set weight, set weight. And then finally a keto doctor talked about ibuprofen. Then another one, then another one. Then it started getting known that, yes, for some people, ibuprofen, even though it's supposed to reduce inflammation in your body, can kick some people out of ketosis, raise their blood sugar, raise their blood pressure, and cause you to gain water weight and sometimes real weight if you're kicked out long enough. So, every time I take that pill, I have to analyze. Am I in that much pain? And yesterday I was. There was no way I was going to get anything done yesterday because I can't take migraines. I can take the pain in my body, and which I'm used to because I have fibromyalgia since I was 17 and a bunch of nerve damage, but I can't take migraines. Migraines put me to bed because I'm going to throw up. I'm dizzy. I can't concentrate. My head is blowing up. An hour after ibuprofen, I'm completely fine, and I have none of those issues anymore. So I got my walk-in because I took it, even though I knew. And it probably would have been bad. Like, my weight would have probably gone up a whole pound like usual, but I did get the walk-in. I did get some sweating in. I just didn't get my dancing, which I might go do soon. I came out here earlier to go for a walk around the yard, but it started sprinkling. But now it's not sprinkling, so I might try to go back out there and walk. We'll see. The cats are out there being silly right now. Only one of them let us near it. Big Socks, the old cat, who is very docile, but he won't let you near him. I finally got him to, he started coming up within a couple of feet of me after all these years to get food. And he will talk to me like crazy. And he loves chicken. You give him the wrong food, and he's gonna come look at me in the eyes, literally, and cats don't normally like to look you in the eyes. Look me in the eyes and meow louder and louder and louder until I go inside and actually bring either chicken cat food or real chicken out of the fridge. And if I bring him the wrong one, he's gonna just sit there and pout and meow more and more and more because he's addicted to chicken. He is the chicken cat. And Honey will eat everything and anything, and yeah, she's a little pig. And we have a baby Socks. It's a completely wild one. And that cat, holy crap, she comes up and gobbles everyone's food down in seconds. I have to stand out there when she's around and get onto her. And she'll back up, look at me, and then try to sneak back to it. I have to get onto her again because I had already given her her own can of cat food. And then she wants to go steal everyone else's. They're ridiculous. It's like having a house full of kids, but, you know, outside and their cats. But, yeah, I know, not keto, right? So if you're new to my channel, you will learn I talk about everything, because everything impacts your weight loss journey. stress, like everything. So if you've been to my channel, you've heard this speech over and over again. It's not just about what you put in your mouth. It's not just about exercise you do or do not do. For me, I did not exercise the first 181 pounds because of the whole adrenal gland issue I have. It releases cortisol. It made it worse. I just could not lose weight, and I was always starving, and I hated that feeling. So the first 181 pounds, which I got to last summer, I didn't lose like exercise at all. And then I ended up, no, that's I lost 181 pounds, which would have put me in the 190 something, I think, low 190s. And then I got back to 220 during the pandemic, 223 actually, because lockdown, no meats and stuff. Then I had to struggle to lose it all again. And come May is when I actually started putting some workouts in. And then especially when the pool opened, I did tons of water aerobics, which I need to start using my dumbbells, because I was using water dumbbell things and I haven't done them since the pool closed 2 months ago. So, you know, everything I built up is going back down, but I am building up some muscle, not a lot, but some, doing all that workout in the VR headset. So I do have loose fat. This is all loose fat. This little bit here is loose skin. That's what loose skin looks like. This is called loose fat right here. So be prepared for stuff like that when you're losing weight. Everyone says I'm crazy lucky because 368, I should be like drenched in it on my calves and everything. My calves are not. My calves have no loose skin at all. My stomach doesn't really have the loose skin yet. It still has some fat to lose. I won't really know that until I've lost all the fat that I'm going to lose. And the first goal weight is 158. That's what my doctor said. The next goal weight is 148. That's what I said at 368. And then we'll see where I go. I'm thinking around 140, 130 something, because I'm going to do maintenance. I want to build muscle. I want to stay 140 or under, so I'm never back over 150. So, you know. And you know, like I said, for holidays, I will be having holiday meals. However, I've decided this year, which is totally going against everything I said. So if I change my mind on Thanksgiving, oh well. But as of right now, I ordered a keto paleo cornbread mix. When I make it, I will show y'all it all, to make my own dressing. And yes, it has almond flour and stuff. So I won't be eating that with my actual Thanksgiving meal probably. But for maybe the next day or something, because I don't want to take it to my parents' house because my daughter is allergic to almonds and that's where she's been staying. So I don't take nuts over there. Not something that's, like, a nut is one thing. Bringing something that can fall apart and drop everywhere and just make a mess or get mixed up with the other stuff, that's where I draw the line. So I will be having this year dressing that I make myself using keto products. I'm just doing so well, and it's bad enough that the Motrin kicks me. I don't want to eat carbs that will kick me and be kicked for a long time. I really want for New Year's Eve to hit my goal. So I will not be cheating. I will be doing net carbs. I will be upping my net carbs that day, but it will be products like, I'll probably go to 26 or 30 net carbs that day. It's going to be with almond flour, which we all know almond flour can make me gain weight because it's almonds. And almonds just do that, but it's okay. I know I can get that off faster than I could if it was real cornbread. Like, that's, yeah. I weighed it up. I've been thinking all week about this, and I just don't want to go down that road this year. I can use the same ingredients my mom uses in her stuff, but make it a little different. I've been reading tons and tons of recipes online. None of them exactly what I want, so I'm twisting them all up and making my own version. and hopefully it comes out good, right? And I still, next week, don't worry, I haven't forgotten, I'm still going to be doing those pumpkin puree from scratch. I just didn't need it yet and decided I didn't want to store it in my fridge forever. The pumpkins are still good, and we are going to make some homemade pumpkin puree, and I'm going to make a video of it because I'm going to make like a little pumpkin pie thing I can have as well. And yes, you can use the cans of Libby's and stuff that doesn't have that much sugar, and different brands that have none, and make it out of that. But I think I'm just going to make it completely homemade. I'm going to give it a shot and see what happens. I've also been tweaking some homemade whipped creams, figuring out what brand what's the best, which so far, the brand that meets this consistency I like is the Walmart brand of heavy cream. It has won against the one from Aldi's. It's won against Land O'Lakes so far. It is a very thick, yummy, closer to Cool Whip texture than all the other brands are coming out more watery and runny. And this one is like, you could put it on your finger and do like this and it ain't gonna fall. It's a great, great texture. So I'm going to be making my own whipped cream. Everything that I make that's keto friendly, I will let y'all see it. I will be making stuff for my family for Thanksgiving that is not keto friendly. But there is possible ways to make it keto friendly, but stuff I don't eat, so I'm not even going to go through the trouble. Like the whole mushroom green bean casserole thing that you cook in the oven with the little onion things on it. There are ways to make that keto friendly, but I hate that kind of stuff, so I'm not wasting my time. I'll be making my daughter and mom's sweet potato casserole, which there's a way to make it more low carb using the brown sugar substitute monk fruit from LeConte, but it's them eating it, and I'm just going to use the brown sugar for them. So there are multiple ways to turn dishes you like into a keto friendly, like I'm going to do with the dressing. So I'm not a potato person anymore. I learned that by taking a bite here or there over the last few years. I'm just not mashed potatoes or anything person. So for my sides, will probably be more like, I think I just realized that this downgrades my recording once I go over 15 minutes. I think that's what just popped on the screen and told me that. But I'll probably be making loaded cauliflower for me. Things like that. And I still am going to try resistant starch in the future. Once I get to my goal weight, we're going to try some stuff. And I'm going to use all these bread to make my dressing. Because Southern style dressing is you need some cornbread crumbled up, you need some bread crumbled up, then you take some chicken stock, and you can take onions, which I can't have, but I am going to probably do the celery and carrots, and you make sure they're finely chopped, and you throw it all in there with some eggs, about 3 eggs, and you mix it all up into this gooiness, and it's like this soup looking stuff, and you throw it in a pan and bake it in the oven until it's nice and the consistency you like. I usually like mine a little undercooked, but since it's almond flour this time, I think I'm going to cook it all the way. So yeah, I'm going to find ways to do keto Thanksgiving this year and show y'all, which means I won't be touching lima beans or black-eyed peas, whichever one they want me to make, or sometimes I make both. I will be making greens, but I'm not eating them. I would prefer just to eat like the turkey and stuff. I really also want to cook, because my mom will be baking the turkey, but I really... Sounds like something's... Is that rain? Okay, I see the raining out there over there like crazy, or something's coming out of the trees. I get distracted. So it's like, what? So I'm gonna shut up because I have been rambling about Thanksgiving. But I will show you what I've had to eat today if I didn't already show y'all, because I get confused I made this before I put the video together. And I will show you my dinner when I have it, which is very simple dinner tonight and pre-made already. 11:30, I'm having my first meal of the day. I had a collagen coffee around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm trying the whipped cream once again. This time I used a Aldi brand heavy cream. I do not like it as much. It's more watery. It doesn't poof up like and harden like the Walmart brand did. And I had to do it way longer just to get it that way. But I gave the other ones out to my family, so I'm going to need to get Walmart if this works for me. And I have pumpkin spice sprinkled all on top with some butter in the middle. 30, I'm going to go ahead and have my 7 ounces of ground tambour meat I cooked the other day. I am starving. I'm wondering if the pancakes raised my sugar a little, but I'm not going to test because it costs too much for the strips, and I can't order any anytime soon. But this girl is hungry. Honey, do you think you can play with me like you play with cats? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm covered in scratches and bites. Oh no, she's gonna do it again. Bites all the way up me because she thinks I'm a cat and she wants to attack me. She's not doing it to be mean. She just wants to play with me. Don't you? You just don't understand. You can make me bleed. Is it bath time? This is the shirt of my dad's that she literally pulled down. He took it off and put it on the pole because it was wet and sweaty. Not this little pole, an actual pole.